This was before we had Star Wars.
Gente, eu não sei o que aconteceu, não gravou o início daqui, tá? Então, chegamos aqui com Java na Eliminations Final, tá? A gente tá com Java de Dusk, o Meg de Asuri, e é isso, tá? Lembrando que caso você queira receber uma aulinha em análise de replay, você pode se tornar membro aqui no canal do nível aluno do Lynx, ok? Caso você quiser dar suporte a partir de R$ 2,99 também a gente tá aceitando com toda certeza, tá? E não se esqueça de participar do desafio para ganhar uma charger de universal, aquela cor preta e verde, sabe? Só que para todos os Legends, um código só, beleza? Então é isso, bora lá pra gameplay.
Falter when it comes to fighting McD because he will always outlast you if you try to play your own game.
Now, one thing Java will have is he has range. He has a lot of range on both weapons compared to McD. Orb is going to outrange both of his weapons.
Sideseek pegou bem ali, não pegou?
Both of his weapons. So it's going to be difficult. That lets Java push into him a little bit more often because he doesn't have to get as close. Right? If he gets close enough and Megd backdashes, he just have to move a little bit further, and he's gonna have range. Whether it's from down air,
okay,
sideline. I thought we were gonna get a little bit more on the edge, but of course,
Java. Vai com calma, irmão.
Java went for the sig read, didn't grab it again, going for the second neutral signature.
Double.
Oh, the dodge read triple? No, okay. Doesn't try to chance it. Does find I mean, did Java even? I don't know if Java took damage from MegD once he sent MegD down onto his second stock.
Caraca, o Java tá indo muito bem nessa partida, mano, na moral.
And now all of a sudden, completely different game. Now Java's the one who's up on stocks and up on damage, and MegD over onto the sword. And this sword by MegD is just something we've seen so many times. We know MegD can just turn games around with this weapon because he's so consistent on it, and Java doing a good job at respecting that, timing these dodges well, but still actually kind of rushing up onto the stage there, not giving too much respect to the edge guard. And MegD isn't taking too much damage in this process. As I say that, does take another hit. Can't afford to take too many here.
Starting to spear neutral air a lot, which is something, and I don't know why. I was going to point this out earlier in the previous sets, but it was something he wasn't doing in the set against Balloon Boy, and then in the set against Bunny either, which kind of surprised me.
Okay, I've just realized something, Sparky.
What? Tell me.
No matter what happens, we're getting a first-time gold medal for one player here today.
Yes, sir. History will be made.
None of the players in top 3 today have ever got a gold medal.
Yep.
And in Guichabu's case, I mean, before last tournament, they hadn't even got a podium.
Nice.
And now
muito bom. Próximo jogo.
I think Java just needed a little bit of time to figure
okay, mesmo
out
mapa,
how
mesmos
he can
picks. Let's go.
the advantages that both of his weapons have against Megd. And I almost, I kind of want maybe a little bit of a switch.
Gente, eu só não tô comentando muito agora porque eu tô meio cansado, tá?
To see how the gauntlets work compared to the Qatars, because I didn't actually catch the individual damage numbers at the end of the game, because I was more focused on what you were saying about first gold medalist of all time here in their career, which is huge. But yeah, I didn't get to see the damage breakdown to see how much damage his Qatars did compared to his sword, because I feel like I didn't see that much Qatar work going on. Definitely in the latter half of the game, it felt like it was mostly sword, but really it was just mostly getting hit.
We're seeing, goes for the end light there, actually. Much more neck and neck on this fast stock than we saw last game, and that might be dictating, or it might be indicative of a more close game overall. MegD obviously looking to at least turn around the damage here as Java is very slightly in the lead. Goes for the Ensig there, not sure who that was intended for, as MegD was just, standing right in front of him. Okay, Java.
Nossa senhora, como é que ele tá usando essa SIG horrível, cara?
Yeah, there's another one. How about that one? How about the D-Sig this time?
Maybe on the sword, I mean, that is the more KO efficient weapon on Asuri here, but Java has the orb as well. Both players on their more KO efficient weapons.
Se que ele fosse dar uma side sig,
I've said this before, Java honestly plays Spear more like his KO confirm weapon sometimes. Especially on the Hattori, you'd see him use the sword honestly more for damage build than for KOs, and it was really unorthodox. Worked out
Nossa, que foi isso?
Sometimes it seemed to really hurt him, and
he threw it away.
I'm not sure what happened there.
That was all Java's misplay. He thought he would be able to get back over to the wall in time, but of course you saw him go further to the right with the orb recovery, I think he was just maybe seeing what Megdi was going to do, if Megdi was going to come out and push him over on the edge. So yeah, I think that was ultimately like Java's misdiagnosis, overestimation of his ability to get back over to the wall after he recovered towards the blast zone. Even though he was really high in the air, he just didn't have enough to get back over. And if he didn't recover that way, he would have had enough to get over.
Yes. So now Java looking to get work done with this orb. Megdi throwing the pace a bit more here. Java back into the situation we saw on the first stock of game 1, where he's struggling to find these openings, throwing out these moves in anticipation instead of as like a punish.
He got the dodge and didn't pressure. That's very interesting. Like, I get that it's McD, but still.
Fair enough. Absolutely fair.
I swear I'm not being disrespectful.
Nossa, velho, de novo.
Dude,
Okay.
Java, come on! What are you doing, bro?
I mean, Megdi like wanted to pressure that edge guard. He didn't really need to. Just his presence there, being off the side. Java got a bit too afraid of the edge guard. Faded too low, couldn't make it back up, and now we're seeing Megdi in the position Java was game 1.
I can't tell if it's like Java misplaying or if it's him like thinking a plan is going to happen and it just doesn't. If he's sitting there like, ah, yes, I know what's going to happen. Meg D is going to pressure me. He's going to push out off stage in the edge guard, and I will have the moves to turn the tables. Because like look at what he's doing. He's throwing away his stock, and then he's like all but evening up the game. Imagine if he didn't throw away those stocks.
Cara, por mais que o Java tenha perdido os estoques ali, tá ligado? De uma maneira meio complicada, ele tá se saindo muito bem na partida.
Actually does start to take the lead. That nair, I don't know if that would have KO'd, but still, that's so much damage and so much pressure applied to Megdi. And we're back to this sort of neutral loop of Java trying to anticipate Megdi's approach instead of going for, a reaction here. But still, damage now in Java's favor. Looking to try and go to a 2-0 scoreline. Megdi, sword cutting up. Both players decide for a second that
nice.
Gets back on the orb GC side, Sig.
Sidelight, inlight. And
Cara,
then
pode ser a partida decisiva aqui pro Java, mano.
Games. Like, you need more. And the sword, like, isn't doing that much better either. See, yeah, like 2 hits. Now swap over the sword, try to strip the field, get back over to the Qatars. He hit the side air. Great movement from Java.
Yeah, I think the comparison to Guichibu's Qatars is a really good one to make, because, I mean, just that side air as well. Megdi down to that side air doesn't go for anything else. Like, I think for Guichibu, you'd expect, like, a chase after that side air. You'd expect more pressure applied. Megdi is sort of just backing off way too comfortably here. On a weapon like Qatar's, the strength of the weapon that makes it so scary so consistently is the fact that you can apply so much pressure in a way that's much more safe than a few other weapons. And so, I think you're completely right that there has to be something that changes in how, because he's honestly playing Qatar's like a combo weapon, not a string weapon.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. And like, yeah, he's winning out right now. He's beating Java's spear, but I'm curious what happens when Java all of a sudden has sword, or sorry, orb. Okay, delay recovery gets the KO. Now, we didn't see Java pick up a weapon there. I don't know if that was him choosing to go in unarmed or if it was him not wanting to pick up the orb because he would likely get KO'd soon, and then he would lose that orb, and the next weapon he picks up on the next spawn would be the spear that he was struggling with. Okay, so now we have the matchup I'm looking for. We have orb into Qatars, and it was completely favoring Java before.
It was, and so, yeah, this is the chance for Megdi to prove he can adapt to it. Java, just the way Java moves when he has the orb.
Muito bom,
just
mano.
all over the place. You can just keep on moving with it, and like you said, yeah, Java.
Cara, tô começando a gostar mais do Java agora, velho. Não sei se ele tá jogando muito bem.
There was no sound from Megdi in that second stock of Java opening up, and now sword.
Caraca, perigoso.
We haven't seen too much of here, and just throws it away.
Yeah, this is a matchup that, unless something drastically changes, I do not see Megdi winning. There's 2-piece, 3-piece, nice. But then he's going to take a 3-piece, 4-piece. And even if that wasn't a 4-piece and it was matching the 3-piece, 5-piece, even a weapon toss, like,
Lá, esquerda direita.
So Java is not only winning it in number of hits, but also damage per hit.
Damage still pretty even across the board. Java just very narrowly in the lead. That down air doesn't go for the neutral out of it that we've seen so much. D-Sig does come through, but the punish is punished with a sidelight Sair. Now Java opting to starve and stick with this orb. Megdi creeping towards KO range here on the second stock as the disarm comes through. Sidelight Nair doesn't go for the
Nossa,
recovery,
quase.
but Megdi is so afraid of the pressure here. Weapon throws to give Java the space as he whips a D-Sig on the edge guard. Megdi's expecting it and Java knows it. Doesn't overcommit, but Sidelight Sarah again, and Java now poised to go 3-0 back up onto the upper side of the bracket to look for those grand finals. Megdi needs something here.
Meu Deus do céu, velho.
Yeah, like Megdi is just playing very defensive. He's overspacing a lot of things. The only problem is like when he gets in range, well, he never really gets in his range. He just gets in Java's range.
No way.
And then
Oh,
the
it's
attack comes
literally-
out, just barely getting to that. Oh my gosh.
Caraca,
Java
mano.
continuing to go in unarmed and
Ferrar.
doing work. Now he's back over to the spear. This is Megdi's best chance.
Mano,
Finding a KO
recuperação dessa
here, not
Sig.
able to punish the signature.
-2, tá ligado?
Okay, the D-Sig. Perfect use there to cover that positioning of Java, but Megdi cannot afford to get hit by anything major here.
Que isso, mano?
This is a good start!
Imagine.
And that's what we need to be seeing from these Qatars. We need to see these commits, these longer strings. And now Megdi looking for it, putting it all on the line with that instinct. And Java manages to punish. Was he
Oh,
found
no!
another?
Levou,
Megdi doesn't
mano.
even touch.
Levou.
Java secures
Se eu fosse tu agora, eu mandava o Pix pro Lynx Wagner. Redes sociais na descrição. Discord também. E agora vamos para a grande finals, galera. Bora que o Gritchabu tá lá esperando.